You know, we're so concerned about having this high LDL and high cholesterol, but we rarely look on the flip side. And what are the dangers of having low LDL or low cholesterol? I think you're going to be very surprised to find out that there's just as many, if not more, problems with low LDL and low cholesterol than there are with high LDL or high cholesterol. I want to give you a couple things that are facts. Number one, your body makes the great majority of all the cholesterol. 25% of your brain is cholesterol. In fact, your brain cells make cholesterol. Cholesterol is needed to make vitamin D. Cholesterol is needed to make bile salts to help you digest fats and absorb vitamin A, D, E, and K, and omega-3 fatty acids. Cholesterol is intimately involved in making your cell membranes. So when your cholesterol goes too low, okay, and your LDL goes too low, there are all sorts of bad things that can happen. Now, when I'm talking about cholesterol, I'm talking about cholesterol that is less than 120 milligrams per deciliter, 3.1 millimoles per liter. And when we're talking about LDL, I'm talking about values less than 50 milligrams per deciliter or 1.3 millimoles per liter. When your LDL or total cholesterol goes below those numbers, you are at risk for quite a few things. Number one, cataracts, which is pretty wild. Number two, fatty liver disease. Yeah, you would think that fatty liver actually would be caused by consuming too much cholesterol. No, it's actually not true. Now, the next problem is you're not going to make enough bile, okay? Because bile is made from cholesterol, and there's a whole bunch of problems that are connected to that. A fatty stool. So your stool will flow, indicating you're not breaking down fats. So you're more than likely to develop a vitamin A deficiency, a vitamin D deficiency, a vitamin E deficiency, vitamin K1, vitamin K2 deficiency, as well as an omega-3 fatty acid deficiency, which can all give you massive problems down the road. And another symptom would be constipation. Why? Because bile salts help to lubricate the gastrointestinal tract. Another big side effect of not having enough LDL or cholesterol is something called intellectual disability. Okay, your overall intelligence goes down. You also have mood disorders like anxiety and depression. Your risk for cancer goes up. Your immune system suffers. Now, that could be potentially because you're not making enough vitamin D. You may even develop something called hyperthyroidism, where your thyroid is working too fast. So anytime this topic of cholesterol comes up, you need to look at both sides. And in this next video, I think you'll be quite surprised to find out there's not a lot of problems associated with high cholesterol, mainly on the low side. And I put that video up right here. Check it out. We're going to talk about the most powerful agent to increase HDL. And by the way, there's no medication that has been found to increase HDL and at the same time improve your health. But this natural remedy I'm going to talk about will naturally increase the HDL and improve your health. All right, what is HDL? HDL stands for high density lipoprotein. It's a type of lipoprotein. What's a lipoprotein? That is a protein that carries lipids or fats throughout the body. And HDL is the one that is considered the good cholesterol because it transports fat or removes fat from the cells. Now, where does this fat go? Well, it's carried back to the liver, and it's also transported to the adrenals, the ovaries, and the testicles to make certain hormones, steroid hormones, if needed. Or the excess fat that's carried by the HDL to the liver is either turned into bile or carried by the bile out of the liver into the small intestine, where it gets eliminated throughout the body. Now, if you're deficient in bile and you have all this cholesterol, that's when you're going to be at risk for getting gallstones, because gallstone is too much cholesterol concentration versus the bile salts. So you need this correct ratio to work. And I've done a lot of videos on bile salts. You can learn about that through other videos. But the point is that this HDL takes the cholesterol, the excess of cholesterol from the cells, brings it to certain organs in the liver, and then gets rid of it through the bile routes. Now, HDL also acts as an antioxidant because it inhibits oxidation, which is very interesting. HDL also can decrease inflammation, and it can decrease clotting in your arteries. All right, so now the question is, what is the most powerful agent to increase HDL? That is niacin. That's vitamin B3. It has been proven to significantly reduce atherosclerosis progression, as well as decreasing the risk from cardiovascular events. Now, the key with niacin is it must be the type of niacin that creates the flush. If you get the no flush version, it won't create this effect. Number 2, going on a low carb, moderate protein, high fat diet. That's called the ketogenic diet. And it just so happens that going on the ketogenic diet creates a similar effect to niacin in increasing HDL. Very interesting. Number 3, regular exercise will increase HDL. Number 4, fatty fish or foods that are high in omega-3, like cod liver oil, for example. Magnesium can increase HDL. Fasting and intermittent fasting will increase HDL. If you stop smoking, your HDL will go up. If you avoid trans fats, your HDL will go up. If you consume fiber from vegetables, your HDL can go up. MCT oil can increase HDL. Coconut oil will do it. Avocados will do it. Cold pressed extra virgin olive oil will increase HDL, and so will pistachios. All right, there you have it, the summarized data on HDL. Hey, before you go, if you're benefiting from any of my content, I would love to hear about your success story. Please share it in the link down below.